welcome to my channel PawfectPastimes. My name's Amanda, my friends call me Amo, and I live in Dorset in the southwest of England with my husband and my two dogs who are all hiding from the heat. If you're coming back here, thank you very much for returning, and don't forget to leave comments. I do reply to you all. And if you're new here, I'm very grateful that you wish to spend some of your time with me. Please consider liking the video, subscribing, all the usual things, hyping, sharing, commenting. Commenting's lovely. It lets YouTube know that you're viewing my video and shares me with other people who have similar channels. How are you all? I hope you're all well. I'll put this here now, seeing as now is when I usually talk about the weather, and that's all I'm going to say on the subject. Everybody else is talking about it, everybody else is suffering in it too, so I'm just going to leave it there. We're in the north of Dorset, so we're quite well in this dome thing, but hopefully it's going to break tomorrow, Saturday, and definitely by Sunday. I've got the golf championships on Sunday, which I'm playing in, so I would like some lower 20 degrees, please. Thank you very much. What have I got coming up today? I've got no finishes at all. I'm on lemon tea now, iced lemon tea. I have sliced lemon in the freezer, and that acts to be an ice cube at the same time, and it's very refreshing. So iced lemon tea is the way to go for me. I'm usually a very much coffee drinker, but I'm finding it a bit claggy at this heat. Anyway, I've got no finishes this week. I have moved on a couple of things. I'm looking at my notebook, so apologies. I've got a couple of cast-ons and more gifts. I've been very, very blessed, very, very blessed. And a tiny bit of stitching. So, it's a stitching plan more than stitching itself, actually. I hope at the beginning you saw this week's What's in Flower in the Garden. It's a very sprawly garden. Nothing's perfectly manicured. You will see, oh, don't look at my hair. You will see plenty of weeds in amongst my flowers. I like the natural look. The hollyhocks you saw in the last video just a minute ago are self-seeded. I've just let them rampage through my front gravel garden. And if you saw these empty seed feeders, yes, if you saw the empty, sorry, I was going to sneeze. If you saw the empty seed feeders, it's because I'm not feeding through the summer because of this horrible disease that is affecting finches. So come the autumn, I will take all the seed feeders down and disinfect them all and replace any damaged ones, and then I will start feeding for the winter. There's been an awful disease going around where the finches and some of the other birds, their throat is, I think it's a parasite rather than a disease. Their throat is constricted, so they eat a seed and can't swallow it, so they spit it out, and by then the parasite or whatever is on the seed and it lands on the ground. Other birds pick it up and pass it on. So I'm not feeding during the summer, and to be honest, there's plenty of pests in my garden that they can go and feed on. Excuse me. What else have I been doing this week? I washed my sofas. We have fabric sofas. We've had leather sofas. We don't do leather sofas. So I now have fabric sofas. They are covered, but once a year I like to take the covers off and give them a good wash and wash the stable bits with a Vax thing. So that's a good wrestling match in this heat, isn't it? You know how hard it is to get foam cushions back into beautifully fitted covers. No broken or bent back nails this time, thank goodness, touch wood. I sorted out my golf clothes wardrobe, which was nice. There was a lot of things that no longer fit me in there, and a few weird things that I bought when I first started, so they've all gone to charity. I had a golf lesson on Wednesday, as you would have seen in one of my shorts, and then I did that lovely walk at 4:45 in the morning. Was that yesterday? Yes, because I tried walking them in the evening, but it was still 35 at 9 o'clock. So I walked them first thing in the morning. It was lovely. John's done it this morning. But basically that's it. We're staying in. I'm very lucky in the fact that our bedroom has a fitted in air conditioning unit, and I also have a fitted one in here. We have lots of solar panels which pay towards it, and I have a mobile one in one of the sitting rooms that I can shut off. You don't want the cold air escaping. So we're very lucky. So we tend to just, I'll work in here until the sun comes over and it starts getting silly hot. And then we go and camp in the other room and try and stay cool. With John has no temperature regulation. So he gets very, very hot very, very quickly. And of course the girls are about the same. Anyway, it's been interesting trying to do some knitting in this heat, but the cooler rooms have allowed me to get on with a few things. I will start with my 3 Seasons jumper. I have done the extra on the back, done the extra on one of the fronts, and almost finished the extra on the other front. So I'll see if I can wear this octopus now. There we go. And I am in a dress today, so you can see. I don't know where I'd like it on a dress actually. There's the little pockets. My waist is there. So, you know, I've done the 2 repeats. And I'm wondering, after a bit of a block and 2 or 3 inches of ribbing, it might be at the right place for a dress. What do you think? I don't wear that many dresses in the winter. I do have winter dresses. And it does look a bit mumsy if you go sort of too low, don't you think? On a dress, it's very much the thing to have a higher dress. And I think, now I've shown you, I think I may be on. I think what I'm going to do, finish this side obviously, I'm at the, I've got one more pomegranate bit to do and a little bit of the cable. Just started the pomegranate bit there, you can see. So I think I'll finish that. And I think I might block it. I'm not sure how this is going to block. It's 100% merino, a Malabrigo, 100% merino. So I think I'll finish that. Then I might block it to see how it's going to relax. And then I might decide about my ribbing. I can always do, I think it's about a 2 or 3 inch ribbing on the bottom anyway. So I may do that and see how it sits. I think that would be a good idea. I don't want it so low. My jeans are usually here. I think that would be good. Anyway, so thank you guys. You've helped me sort that problem out. Oh God, frizzy hair. It spends too much time in the shower at the minute, so to dry it properly, so it's just wet dried. Anyway, so I think that would be a good plan going forward with this one. And in this heat, this is a worsted weight 100% merino. It's a fairly thickish yarn, so if I finish that side, give it a soak, and I can pin it up outside, pin it out up, pin it out outside, pin it up, pin it out outside. Anyway, I'll put it outside when I've blocked it and then it will dry quickly. Thank you for your input, guys. That's really made a good decision on that one. So in theory, I could be near finishing that one if I've just got to do the neckband, button band and welts. Oh no, I've got to do shoulders on this, sleeves on this one. I'm so pleased with how this looks as a waistcoat. I forgot about the sleeves. So I've got to do sleeves. But definitely I think blocking and pinning out is going to be the way forward, just to see where I am with that, I think. And hopefully I can get a good gauge of where that one is then. My other thing I was working on last time in my gorgeous This Lizzie Sews frame bag, which sits open like that in this fabulous butterfly fabric. It holds my summer tea yarn, all the yarns in there. And it's also got my little trinket purse I made. So this is the Lauro. I think I'd shown you that I'd ripped it all back. And I'm back to the sleeve split, and I'm going down the body now. So that is well underway, and it's just round and round with the little lace panels that go down each side. Much happier with the fit. It fits me now rather than it wearing me. I wear it, so I'm happy with how that is now looking. This has elbow sleeves, and it was yeah, a bit of a leap of faith to pull it all out and start again. But if it's not going to fit me, I'm not going to wear it, am I? And it's a beautiful drop spell yarn in Purple Orchid. So we're well on the way with that one as well. That's a nice, easy to pick up one. And because it's cotton, cotton linen, 53 cotton, 33 viscose 14 linen. It's lovely and cool to work on, and it doesn't hurt my hands. So that is growing beautifully too. Now I finished my Carnaby shawl, and yesterday, I am recording on a Friday. I normally record on a Saturday, but I'm going to start recording on a Friday, I think. I don't know if it's preferable to you lot, but it's certainly preferable to me. Yeah, I think recording on a Friday could be a good move. Yes, so the Shawl Society 6, Shawl 3, Mithraeum, came out yesterday. Mithraeum was the Roman temple they found under London, which they moved, didn't like, and put back again. So I downloaded the picture and the pattern, and I had a few, we'd had a few hints about the kind of yarns we were going to need. But we weren't sure about what was coming. So I put a few thoughts together, and having now seen that it is a crescent shawl, starts in the middle here and goes out, I made my choice. I'm using stash, as you know, which is wonderful. And I had left over from my Icelandscape shawl, and I'm missing one. One's gone AWOL. There it is. Oh, I'll grab these in a minute. These were left over from my Icelandscape shawl, and this is Ocean Ice, which was dyed by Blue Fern yarn specifically for the Icelandscape shawl. And this is all I had left over. I didn't do all the mountains on my Icelandscape shawl, so I had quite a lot left over. And this was going to be one of my choices for this next project. I had a couple, it was 120 gram yarn was needed. So I'd had a couple of other choices where I'd had two skeins semi-finished like this that made the grade. But I like the idea of a bit of a fade actually. I put this on Instagram and I do believe that those were together. But these are a tealy blue and this is a reddy blue. So I got rid of that one and found that other tealy blue in the grouping. So they're all the greeny blues. I don't think you're getting the colours right in here because I got all the blinds down to keep the heat out, but that's not too bad. And I have, I need 120 grams and I think I've got 138 here. So I'm going to work my way down those three. I might be able to put a bit of that in the end if I have to. If not, I'm not worried. Those three work well together anyway. I've got that as backup should I need another couple of rows in another colour. And I cast on last night, and this is how far I've made it to so far. Cast on in the middle there, and it's not a garter tab, so it's not going to have a hump. It's already lovely and straight, as you can see. Why other makers can't do that, I don't know. I'm now confused in all my yarns here. So it's a very simple, easy, meditative make, and I am going to look forward to putting this one together. It's got a lovely top edge Beautiful finish along the bottom. And again, it's using up my stash. I'm using up stash, which is fantastic. I'm so excited to actually get things out of my stash. There is a way of bringing my stash, which isn't very large anyway, bringing it down. Now, this is all loose, and I've been looking out for a project bag, but this morning I had a bit of a surprise. It's a surprise that made me cry a bit. This Lizzie Sews, as you know, made my beautiful butterfly bag, and I said at the time, it's as near as I'm going to get to moths. Guess what Lizzie went and done? She sent me a moth bag. I was absolutely blown away. Look how beautiful that is. It's like steampunky moths right up my street. There's Lizzie's contacts. I hope that's in focus. You can find her mostly on Instagram. I've got a lovely little flower charm there. You must follow her on Instagram because she does her drops on there. When she's made a few, she will put them up on there with the fabric choices that she has made the project bags out of, and the pouches and needle cases and all sorts of things. And this is one of her super duper special framed bags that sit open next to you in the car footwell, on your lap. Absolutely fantastic, keeps it nice and open. And she also sent me a little trinket bag for my notions. Isn't that brilliant? I am blown away, Lizzie. You're so kind. Now, a few of you asked for the size of this. It is closed . 11 inches. There we go. And it is 9 inches tall. And the rectangle size there, the opening width is 7 inches. I think this is her medium sized bag. It certainly, as you've seen from my gorgeous butterfly bag, holds a tea project. And this one is now going to hold my shawl projects. So I'm going to pop all those in there. I'm going to populate my notions pouch with my bits and bobs that I need. And pop my pattern and pencil in there. And that will be ready for me to take out and about in the garden and around where I find my cool spots to go and create in. So please go and give Lizzie a look on Instagram. I'll put her links down below. Tell her you sent me. No, tell her I sent you. And enjoy what she makes. She has drops of what she's made, but I'm sure if you contacted her and said, have you got enough fabric to make a small one or a large one or a medium one or a pouch or knitting needle cozies, I'm sure she'd accommodate. She's a lovely lady, and it's such a fab size bag. Over the moon. So my new project, my Shawl Society 6, what's it called? Mithraeum shawl 3, is now housed in my beautiful new moth bag. And I think that's everything yarny this week. Looking around now, I haven't done much painting. No painting at all, to be honest, in my journals. And my phone's just finished recording. It's decided it's had enough, so I've just called it off, cleared out a few other bits, and I've started again. So I've absolutely no idea where I am. So if I'm repeating myself, I apologise. But I think if I look in my channel notebook, I think I've done everything apart from a incoming of a new lamp and what I'm planning on doing with it. Now, for my stitching, I have I can't show it to you. It's a lamp that is a round magnifying lamp. It is one of the old ones we had in inspection at the factory. It didn't it wasn't being used at the factory anymore, so I had it here, and it's a very good magnifier. It's a proper glass lens. It's got a really heavy base because it's got the transformer in it, but it's got one of those old light rings in it, and it gets really hot. And we looked everywhere to see if I could get, or we could get, a LED light bulb for it. It's a circular light bulb. It's quite difficult to find, and they don't do an LED version for my lamp, and it's quite short neck. And when I looked to replace it, it was over £800, and I thought, well, that's silly money. I love the lamp that much, but I'm not going to pay that kind of money for a magnifying lamp. So I had a look. I've been looking online, and I found this one, and in comparison, this was only £20, £28, something like that. And it's got a nice LED. You can have different levels, that way, of brightness and types of light. I don't know if they're showing up. See it against my dress there, maybe. The levels of light, you can dim it down, and everything that I need. It's a good level of magnification. You don't want to see my face, right? And it's got a nice length arm, not a massive one. It's probably the arm is 20 inches and the head is another 6 inches. So that bit to there is 20 inches and that is 6 inches. It's USB on the end, so I've got it into the wall plug, or it can go into my laptop here, and it sits on the desk. There you go, you can see it. Now, I'm a bit funny about having magnifiers in a room where the sunlight comes in, and it really comes in here. So I am going to make a slip cover for this to pop over when I finished using it. And I was just going to get some fabric. My last one just had a piece of fabric that I plonked over the top, just like that, just to stop the sun going through and causing a fire. And as you can imagine, that's a bit flimsy. So I thought I wanted to make an actual sleeve that I could slip over that. And I spotted at the back of my desk my little tin, and in here is some of my old slow stitching things, and a couple of the things that I have found. I'm not sure what you're seeing through that. It could be willow, I think. No, it could be the cupboards. Anyway, it's nothing incriminating. In my little tin here, I found these already stitched little pieces. That's still got the needle in. They're just pieces of fabric and lace, and I've been slow stitching them. That one's still got a needle in as well. They're just onto a piece of old sheet, and there's another piece. Nothing else behind it. and I've got lots of little bits in here. This is the backing piece I've been using, stained up. Lots of bits of fabric in there and some threads, and I've been stitching. I usually stitch my slow stitching with this is Coats Chain Mercer crochet cotton. It's just crochet cotton, but I find it stitches nicely, and it's a nice thickness for the stitches to actually show. There's a few embroidery threads in here, like these as well. So I saw this and I thought, well, this is the right size. If I stitch those two together, they'd make a nice little thing. And there's another one there that I could do for the other side. I need to make a fourth one, and then I need to stitch them together and perhaps put an extended piece on there so that it's actually on there. But that would protect the lens, and it would also protect the room from the lens getting the sunshine. So these little bits are finally going to get their day, and that's a nice bit of stitching I can go and do outside that isn't hot on my lap, because the other stitching, knitting, is being a bit warm. In the meantime, my trusty bit of fabric will go over that. Luckily this one bends up out of the way, and I can tuck it underneath my desk so it's out of the way. I'm going to keep that to hand. Oh, I've just found something else I made as well. I did start my socks, some little shorty socks, and this yarn is the Luca S Woolen Walk in colour 201, which I think is cream confetti, and this yarn is 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and it's a real proper wool. It feels nice and toothy, and I'm making summer shorties. I think they'll be interseasonal shorties. I've just done the heel flap and gusset, and I'm now decreasing to the toe. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a summer sock wool in any shape or the form, and I would rather have shorties in a more merino type yarn or cottony type yarn, Bambi, but they will certainly be interseasonal. And wool is very good on your feet no matter what the temperature, to be honest, because you don't get smelly feet, I don't think. So I've just found that at the corner of my desk. Another bit of knit to go down with the other knitting projects that I'll put in my basket. But this little sewing bit is the last thing I have to show you today. So I've absolutely no idea what happened to the middle glitch there. I hope this is all okay. I'm not sure what I've got coming. Oh, this afternoon I have got to go and have my second half of my Shingrix inoculation, and I was really poorly after the last one. So that's my shingles jab. And I've got my ladies championships on Sunday. Please hope for the weather to have broken by then. And I've got Willow's birthday next week. She's going to be 13, and she hasn't shown her face today. She's hiding in the hallway, which is very, very shady and cool, and I don't blame her. So I'm going to go and finish my iced tea, grab something easy to knit. That's one of the upstairs bathroom door there. And knit or sew on and go and hide, and I'm sure the rest of you are. Don't forget to go and give this Lizzie Sews a like on Instagram, and if you follow her you will see when she drops her products. They are so beautifully made. I cannot tell you her level of finish. It's so professional. It's just outstanding. I'm blown away by having this. Look at those gorgeous moths. I must get my moth journal out again. So go and share the love with Lizzie, and I will see you all again hopefully next week. So stay safe, stay creative, and I'll see you soon. Bye.